Hello, good morning, and welcome to today's episode on Rav the Spark channel. If you are joining us for the first time, hi, I am Rav the Spark and I teach online and I also share tips on what I use to make money. All right, so any of my gadgets, any of my tools, any of my equipment, and all that the tips for online tutors to get started. Today, I'm going to talk about headsets and the noise cancellation feature. But the main thing that I'm talking about, because that's just like an introduction, is how to use SteelSeries. SteelSeries is an application I use, or is a software I use to actually explain, like to cancel out noise. So I'm going to be explaining that. So it's going to be explanatory enough for you to cancel out noise on any headset at all. Right now, I'm using the Logitech H390, right? And the reason why I'm using this is because of the external mute button. So if I don't want you to hear me for a while I'm doing anything on the screen, I could just mute myself, all right? And it won't show that I'm muted in the call. Then if I want to increase my volume or reduce my volume, I could also do that. Now there are two main types of headsets, aside from just buying a wired headset, like this one is wired, right? Or a wireless headset, and you're bothered about how frequently you'll be charging it. There are two main types of headset, which is the ANC and the ENC. Yes, you heard me right. ANC and the ENC. So the ANC is the active noise cancellation, whereby it will have uh cups like this. So this is not an ANC headset. This is not an ANC headset. But ANC headsets, when you wear it, it's going to cover your ears and cancel out the environmental noise. That means it's going to help you focus more. But it doesn't mean that when you are in a meeting with such an headset, that it's going to cancel out the voices from entering your meeting. No, it's only going to help you concentrate. Maybe you are listening to something and a lot of noise at the background and you want to focus on your work or something, or you want to focus on what you are listening to, or what is going on in a meeting. Maybe you're in a meeting, you're probably not talking and all of that. Then an ANC headset, active noise cancellation, is going to help you do that. You put it on literally, and like, nothing is actually, no voice is coming in right there. Do you understand? Now, this one I'm putting on here is ENC. It cancels out noise that gets into the boom mic. So most of the headsets you see that has this are mainly noise cancellation. That is, they are ENC headsets. Now, some of these ENC headsets, they don't really cancel out noise completely. Most of these headsets don't really cancel out noise completely. And if they do, they'll be quite pricey. So there are actually some headsets that comes with the both features. Like they come with both ANC and ENC. But the truth is, you could still get any headset, maybe probably ANC if you want to focus. And there's some ANC, like I said, that will come with a boom mic, and the boom mic may not really be a perfect. That's a boom mic that's probably detachable. This one is rotated. It's rotatable. It goes up and down. So, but there are some that you can detach, right? And there are some that they are still detachable and wireless. There are some that they are not detachable. You can flip it into the headset, which I prefer, because if you keep detaching a headset, at the mic like that, it could get misplaced or something. All right. So it's better that it's part of the headset. There are a lot of products online from Havit, from Logitech, from several other products like that are online. Yeah. So today let's learn how to use SteelSeries, because SteelSeries will help you convert any headset at all to a noise cancellation headset. Yes. So even this that doesn't have a noise cancellation is going to cancel out noise. But I'm sure most of these ENC headsets, they have this kind of surround vibe. Even some ENC headsets also have this surround vibe where like spatial audio, where you can hear things from the left to right. Those are gaming headset where they actually need active noise cancellation, and they probably also need the boom mic as well if they are speaking. So if you see such headsets, you can afford it. The one that has the two of them, fine. But if you're on a budget and you end up getting, moreover, I told you, I love these external buttons. Yes, very, very useful for me. Rather than muting myself in a meeting, I could stay unmuted and still manually mute myself here if I want to. So let's get on to share our screen. I'm going to show us now this is it. I believe we can see the screen here. I believe we can see the screen here. So this is what I use, right? This is what I use. I use this to cancel out noise. Yes, I use this to cancel out noise. I would like to hide this. Okay. So I actually use this to cancel out noise. Now you could see that the Zoom Workplace and that's the Zoom Workplace are in this. So this is more like a manual mixer. So not just a manual mixer, because like literally, will I call it a manual mixer? This is, yeah, you can manually, it's digital, but you could manually drag the Zoom Workplace into any of these channels. So just like the way you have a physical mixer that a sound engineer would use, or people that organize your parties would use, and they could increase and reduce, that's also the function of this drag up and down. Sometimes this doesn't really work super well, except you want to probably you manually change the volume here. So you can manually change the volume here for each channel. Now, how did we even get across to each of these channels? So I would teach you how to download the software right now. Like I said, the name is SteelSeries, and we are using this to control the sound that our speakers give us and that our mic produces. So if you go straight to game, these are the settings I use. You can save up this. You simply if you click on this now, right? This is one I added manually. So you can pick anyone and rename. You can pick anyone and rename. So the one I actually went for was the Code Black Ops 7. So either the Code Black Ops 7 or the Code Black Ops 6. Any of these two are decent. Then I renamed it to gaming. But right inside that, yeah, so right inside that, I set all of this. So looking at this, you can see all this. So you can see this 40 Hz. So 40 Hz means you just input 40. That is just 40. If it's kilohertz, then you have to make it 40,000. So looking at this, you see 100 hertz, 230 hertz, 1.5 kilohertz. So this is like 1,500. Also take note of the dB, the gain. right? Each of them is very important. All these settings are what I use. 4.75 kilohertz is 4750, and this 9000 hertz, that's 9 kilohertz. So these are the settings I use. Then when you come to bars, you set that minus 0.5, minus this one is 1.2, and this one is 0.5. Note that each of these are actually editable. You can edit each squares, each box, and you can manually move the sliders, but editing it into each box is better. You can put on the spatial audio and look at the performance is at the least, then the distance is right here. So, and all these ones I didn't really use it. This is the settings. So let's test. Yeah, let's test this. So yeah, so let's test this. I want to test the gaming.
Launch sequence activated.
Yeah, so you can see
3,
that.
2, 1.
Now let me play the other one.
Front, right. Front, left. Front, right.
So you see it's making sound on the different sides. This is the testing. So you see that this is how it actually would likely sound if you're gaming. So aside from the fact that this is not an active noise, if you're actually in a quiet environment, this is quite good for gaming. Yes, I said so. This is quite good for gaming. But if you are this kind of person that likes this RGB light, you could also go for the Havit Footsie H7. Know that all these settings works for any headset, even this one. Even this one. Like if I just have these settings, any headset I connect to the PC that has this SteelSeries with this settings, right? I just have to then go back to the mixer. So this is exactly how I set for each of the channels. This is how I set for each of the channels, right? So I also set for chat. Chat 2 is also for talking. Chat is for talking. Unlike game. Game is speakers. Game channel is speakers. Media channel is speakers. Aux channel is speakers. Mic is for talking. Dedicated for your mic. Chat, talking, but I'm sure you will not likely want to use the chat. You want to use the mic channel for your discussions. It's always better. So let's look at the chat. The chat, you see nothing changed here. Then, like I said before, I chose flat. See, just see, I didn't rename it. I chose flat. So if you just click on it, you search for flat and you select it. You can also start it as your favorite and it's going to add up here. That was how I did the previous one. Then right here, I put on noise gate. This one was like around 40. Then the threshold was minus 40 dB, and I put on noise gate. So you can experiment with the Clearcast AI noise cancellation and the noise gate and ensure that you can hear yourself if you're going to use this channel. Then for the media, these are all the settings I use: 80 Hz, 150, 500, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 6 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz, 120, and 16. The truth is that once you select this particular one, it's going to just become a preset in front there. Yes, though you could also confirm each of the points accordingly to see if it matches what I mean. So this is the movie immersion. I selected that movie immersion. Like, let my speakers sound like that. So let's listen to the movie immersion. This is for media, and let's listen to that. Okay, so let's listen to it here. All right, let's listen to this. So you see, right here, this is exactly how it sounds. Now looking at this, you can see the bass. The bass here is 3 dB, 3 dB. That's the bass and the voice, 3 dBs. Then the treble, 2 dB. So the spatial audio is also on, and I chose headphone mode, not speaker mode. Of course, you're on headphones, so headphone mode. The immersion is around minus 2.5, and this is 70. So, and all of these two are off. So if you notice, you won't see this in the speakers. You only see it with the mics. So let's go to the AUX. The AUX is also a speaker too. I chose Music Punchy, and these are all the these are the presets of this, so you can check that out. At 1.3 hertz, 60, 125, 350, 500, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 11 kilohertz. That means 11,000 hertz, and 16 kilohertz, 16,000. So you want to impute 16,000. So like this now, if I clear this, I'm going to put 16,000 and press enter, and it's going to become 16 kilohertz. So I hope that makes sense. Then when we go down, we see is at 0.2 dB the bass, then the volume is 5 dB, and the treble is 2 dB. Spatial audio is on headphone mode, and this is at 1.2, and this is at 70. None of these is on. So you see, this is what I use. Then when it comes to mic, the one that also cancels out, the one that cancels out sound that is entering in, aside from you getting a very good sound from your speakers. Now these are the settings I use for the mic. This is what will interest you. This is 31 hertz, 62 hertz. If you want to impute for hertz, just know that you are going to just impute the 6 and 2. No need of putting 1,000 and you put enter. So it's only when you have kilohertz that you put 3 zeros at an addition, right? So you see it's 500. This is 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz, and 16 kilohertz. Now the thing is that this may just be a complete preset. There may be a bit of changes, so just check it. Ensure that the deep voice may not give you that exact preset you. So by the time you get the deep voice, which is what I chose. Now there are still other good ones, like the broadcast. You can check the broadcast and the clarity. But I use the deep voice. Yeah, I use the deep voice. You could also check flat, but I use the deep voice here, and I've added it to my favorite. So that is it for that. Then my Clearcast AI noise cancellation is at the max. I maxed it out, but I disabled noise gate and noise reduction. Though those are the settings. I use the noise gate, as you can, 0.4, 0.5, then minus 50 dB to cancel out noise properly. But I'm not using any of these two, so I put off noise gate. And these are the settings for SteelSeries. Now that you know the settings, you could easily now let's quickly get to know how to install this, because once you're able to install this, you are able to what? You are able to put all the settings and connect. Okay, but there's one more thing I would like to show you before so just notice how now these are all the channels, right? These are the game channel, chat, media. The thing is that at the beginning, the media and the AUX won't be part. You have to add it to the channels. It's going to be just by the side. You have to add it, and you could also remove. There should be a way to remove channels though. Okay, so this is for, yeah, if you want to remove channels, you have to go to the mixer, and right here you could disable channel. So for example, if I can't disable this, I can't also, let's look at that. I can't also disable this, but I could disable this AUX. I could disable media, I can't disable mic. So I could disable any of these two, and I could also manually add them back. I don't want to do that, but if you don't need it, you can. If you need it, you add it. If you don't need it, then there's no need. You could still use this gaming channel. It's fine. It's okay. So this is the mixer. This is where you control everything. Then any app you have, they're usually going to be here. Then you can actually reroute them, like I said before. So let's get to close this application and learn how to install it. So this, let me share my screen, see what I'm talking about. So let's get to it. So I could just search SteelSeries. I could just search SteelSeries, and that is it. So once we get SteelSeries here, you see the first thing that comes up when you search SteelSeries is this. This matches with the icon of the application. So once you click on it, yeah, we are right in. So you don't necessarily need to sign up or all of that. Okay, but let's just get straight to where we need to get to. So under software, you click on the SteelSeries here. Now, there are actually a lot of options. This website today also sell headsets, but their headsets quite pricey. So there are a lot of options here. There are a lot of options here, but this is not what this is the main focus. So let's come to software and let's install. So this is what we want to use. This is what we want to use. So I will just click on it. Yeah, so it brings us here. It says master your sound, master the game. Right here, you can download any headset, any mic is gonna work. Any headset. All these are other things, like literally they're trying to tell you to purchase their pro something, but you see, you don't even need to log in and anything. So right here, this is everything. So if you just click here, if you just click free download, it's going to start downloading. Now I don't need it, but after it's done downloading, I would delete it because I already have it, so there's no need installing. So 388 MB, and once it's done downloading, that is it for that, and you are good. You are literally good to go. You are good to go if you are done downloading that. So that's it. I don't want this video to be so long, but once it's done downloading, ensure you install and set it as I showed at the beginning of the video. Take care. Do have it. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe. Please like this video if this video can get up to, let's just be clear, like up to 10k likes. I could do another video. Yeah, like 10k likes, I could do another video on sound. If you want me to do a video on sound, yeah, I could do that video on sound. All right, take care. Do have a nice day. Bye for now. Oh my God, how would I forget something that's quite easy? Like I forgot this actually to show you guys this. So let me show you all this. Right here, I ought to show you, like, if you want to switch between speakers, right? If you want to switch between speakers, you need to click or between different headsets. If you have more than one headset connected, you see you can switch. So right now I only have the Logitech connected on this. If I connect